Hey guys, let us continue with the previous topic. We are discussing of the how to use the simplest web browser, and we have also discussed one example. So in the similar way, one of the major requirements for using the HTTP protocol is need to send and receive the data as byte objects. Okay, so it should be able to send and receive the data in the byte objects instead of strings. Okay, so that is one set of the protocol. It must be used here. So in the previous example, we have seen encode and decode methods to convert the strings into bytes and objects and then back. Okay, so you can see in this example, we have used decode and then what we have to do, encoding and decode. Yeah, we have used encode and then decode. Okay, so to convert the strings to the bytes and then back. Okay, so that is how, what is the meaning we have seen here. So next example, let us consider one another simple example of hello world. Okay, how we can include the encode and the decode. Okay, so in the next example, we uses the b notation to specify that a variable should be stored as the byte objects. How it can be specified as a b notation to identify that variable should be stored as a byte object. So we are using encode and then b are equivalent. Okay, make sure that encode and b will be equivalent. How we can do? So when you try to print this b hello world, that means encode hello world, that is encoding. The same way hello world encode, it is also same as b hello world encode. That is what it is storing in this particular encode. Okay, so that is one another simple example. Okay, so the next topic is how to retrieve an image over hypertext transfer protocol. How we can retrieve the image from hypertext transfer protocol, that is using what kind of protocols we can retrieve the image. Okay, so similarly I can say we will be using a program to retrieve the image using the HTTP. Instead of copying the data to the screen as a program runs, okay, what we can do is we can accumulate the data in the string and trim off the headers. Whatever the headers is there, we are going to remove those headers and then save the image data to a file as follows. Okay, so we have to save the image to that particular file. Okay, so make sure you have to import the socket and the time libraries. Okay, so we have a web server, that is host, it will be data.pr4e.org and port will be 84. Okay, so then we are connecting. Okay, we are connecting to this host and the port. Okay, you can also write this data.prg.org and 80 here instead of assigning separately here. Okay, so now in the similar way, we'll be sending some information. B means this is encode. Make sure in the previous example we have used encode at the end of this line. Okay, B in the sense it is encoding. Okay, it is going to encode this particular web page, and then this is equivalent to the blank line. Okay, initialize count to 0 and then picture is equals to B encoding. So if it is true, what it will do, it will receive some 5120 character chunks. If length of data is less than 1, then it should break and then increment the count to count plus length of that particular data. So what we are going to print the length of data comma count, then picture is equals to that picture plus data. Okay, so once you see that output, you will come to know what exactly is happening. Then socket, close that particular socket, and then we'll be having position is equals to picture dot find of encode of this particular end of the lines, that is blank lines. Okay, so it should print header line and then it should print the picture position and then decode it. Okay, so this is where we can decode this particular picture. When we are retrieving the image, you have to retrieve. Okay, and then what we are going to do, what this chunks of the code is doing is it skips the fast header and save the picture data. We have told you have to trim the header. How to trim? We can do using this picture is equals to picture pose plus 4 after position 4, whatever the data is this, using this particular code you have to print that particular lines. Okay, so we have f and is equals to open.stuff.jpg comma this stuff.jpg image should be retrieved. Okay, so and then write that particular picture and then close. Okay, so this is how we have to write the code to retrieve an image. Okay, so when you run this particular program, this is the output what we are going to display. Okay, so it is showing you all the information related to that particular this image, that is stuff.avg, and then so it is giving you the header length here, okay, and what type of the connection content image, and it is going to count all the characters, whatever the characters, how many numbers is that is going to give a retrieve over on this particular image. Okay, so now the next example is how we can retrieve the web pages using the URL library. Okay, in general we know URL means uniform resource locator. So what is the use of this uniform resource locator? Uniform resource locator can be used to identify a particular set of the pages in the web browser. Okay, so generally we say we manually send and receive the data over the HTTP using the socket library. Okay, so using the socket library we'll be sending the information or send the data and they receive the data manually. Okay, there is another simpler way to perform this common task in Python by using URL library. Okay, using this URL library, how this is making simpler we can see in the particular example specified here. So using this URL library you can treat the web page much like a file. That means library obviously contains whatever the information which is stored, you can directly extract them using the code. Okay, so that is why we say it is similar to a file. What we can do is we can simply indicate which web page you would like to retrieve, and URL library handles all of the HTTP protocol and header details. Okay, so what could be the code, how to write the code for particular. For example, we have seen the text file, that is romeo.txt. Please refer the text file from the web using the URL library. Okay, so this is the code work we can use. We are going to import the URL library request. This is must, you have to import the URL library to the code before starting. Okay, so you have to open this particular web page, that is romeo.txt. Okay, what we are going to do is first you are going to decode and then strip the lines, what so you are stripping the particular lines. Okay, so once the web page has been opened with URL open, we can treat it like a file and retrieve it for using a for loop. Okay, we can see here using for loop we are retrieving the any particular information. When the program runs, we can see only the output of the contents of the file. What are the contents of the file is that the particular contents can be displayed. Okay, the headers are still sent, but the URL code consumes the headers and then only returns the data to us. Okay, that means it is going to trim the headers and it is going to give only the remaining data. So this is what the output what we are going to expect if you write this code. Okay, so this is one such example. In the similar way, how we can read the binary files using the URL library. How we can retrieve or read the binary files using the URL library. Okay, so when you want to retrieve a non-text, that means it is not readable by the human. Binary files cannot be readable by the humans. So that is called as non-text or the binary file. For example, say an image or the video file. Okay, so in such case the data in those files is generally not useful to print out, but you can also easily make a copy of the URL to a local file on your hard disk using that URL library. That means you can copy that particular URL in a permanent storage or a local file where you want to store that particular information. So the pattern why we required is it is to open the URL and use to read to download the entire contents of the document in the string variable and then write that information to a local file. Okay, how we can do it? You can see here, first you are going to import the URL library and then parse library and then error library. Okay, so what image we want to read. So for example, say my image is cover3.jpg. It is going to read that particular image. Okay, and open that particular file and then write image. Okay, we are going to write that particular image and then close that particular information. Okay, so what does that program will be doing? This program reads all of the data in at once across the network and store it in the variable image in the main memory of your computer and then opens the file. What file we want to open? That is file name is cover.jpg and write the data at your desk. Okay,